Hey everyone, it's Ree from Untamed Outlaws. So I am bringing you a video. I know it has been a long time. I have been pretty busy with some real life stuff and just have not had the time to make the video. So I wanted to show you kind of our war log here real quick because I know, I think it's been a month or more. We've had quite a few victories. There was a time here, which I'm trying to see, it was right here where we actually had two perfects in a row. Of course, I missed all of those. So I didn't look at the attacks before I started this. I figured I just was going to go in blind and show you some attacks. So I'm going to do this one against Sons of Clanarchy. Kind of like that name. It was pretty catchy. Was a win for us. This is what we did. We had Infinite and Super Dave are both TH10s, Town Hall 10s, and they just pretty much were only able to 2-star most of our Town Hall 9s. Everything down there is 3-starred. Got a couple Max, or that's a 2-star. I is a Town Hall 9, so they 3-starred him, and then they 3-starred Dave. So for us, we were pretty close to getting a perfect. Left that Town Hall 10 there, but Knit did get 82%, so that wasn't bad. And then we had this one Town Hall 9 that just got away from us, but got a 98%. So I will go ahead and start it off here. We will show Dave attacking first. Forgot I had Messenger up there, so you guys got to see people's pictures. So this is a Town Hall 10 attack. He was going in. He does kind of this Valk combo with some bowlers. Kind of a mass Valk attack, but then he uses some bowlers as well. So use the Earthquake right there to open it up. Once he gets that kind of cleared out, he's going to end up sending in his Valkyries here in a minute, I think. And he brought bowlers in his CC as well. So was just a little bit late on sending the Valkyries in. They kind of thought about going all the way around, but luckily everything was cleared out. So they did go right in there to take out the Town Hall. The other bowlers did decide to kind of take a trip up there on the right while the Queen went down on the bottom. Dave has been working really hard to get a lot better, and he's definitely getting there. We're trying to work with him just a little bit on his spell placement, like that heal spell. Probably not what I would have used it on. I would have waited for the Valkyries to need it. Maybe once they were trying to break in, like right here, or once they get into that last compartment there with the Tesla and the Wiz Tower. But he has plenty left. They still have pretty good health, and he still has some bowlers doing the cleanup too. So really was not a problem for him to get a 3-star on this. So nice job to Dave. So we'll keep going down. Don't want to keep this too long. Was this a Town Hall? I'm just going to look real quick because I can't remember if this was a Town Hall 10. No. Okay, so I'm not going to show that just because Knit's a Town Hall 10 attacking a Town Hall 9. And then same with Dave. So N has been having, the last 2 wars were really good wars for him. He got a 6-pack in both. So he'll be happy to know that I recognized him for that. He's doing the GHBH attack. Starts there on the Queen side and is creating the funnel for the bowlers, so they go right in there following with the giants, and drops his heroes in as well. The CC comes out, he goes ahead and drops the rage and the poison to slow them down, so that way the Queen can step up and engage them. He also has, even though he's been getting a 6-pack, he's been getting really lucky with some of his attacks. I can't remember. I don't think this was the one that he got really lucky on. This was a cleanup attack by him because he's number 6, and we usually do mirror or lower, so him attacking number 5 tells me it was a cleanup. But start sending his Hagen. That was a really nice place to drop a heal spell. There was a lot of defenses in that heal spell radius. And then he still has another one left. The Giants take out a set of double bombs, so that is helpful. Ended up having to use that last heal spell there before he made it to this section, just because he had the king and those skeletons beating on the hogs. So the hogs didn't make it. So when you look at this raid, like, to me, I would think he's not going to get it. He's going to run out of time. There's still a big section of defenses, but he does. But I am going to speed it up just ×2 to make it there. I remember this one now. He came down to about 2 seconds with running out of time. It was back and forth to me where I thought, is he going to make it? Is he going to get it? Just because having to bust through those walls. But he was able to get right in to this compartment there that led him right up into the town hall and that Tesla and get it with literally, I think he had 2 seconds to spare. So still nice job there by N. We will go down. So this one I do remember was the one that his bowlers died, his giants died, his hogs just made it through. I can't remember how well I did on my attack, but hey, why not? Let's show it. So lately I've been doing this max Valk attack queen walk with the Quake. And so my plan is with the queen, I take out, you know, a quarter of the way around a base and get the CC out. And then I bring 4 giants instead of a golem and kind of use them to tank while I'm making the funnel, so that way then the Valks can go in. So I started down there in the corner with the queen. Was letting her take care of some of these defenses before I sent the couple hogs in. And I remember this one because a lava hound came up. And when it's a lava hound, I'm like, ugh, I wish I wouldn't have drawn that out with the queen. But at this point, it was a first attack. I had no idea what was in there. I did have to pop her ability right there. I might have been a little early. And then at this point, I kind of thought, well, the queen's on her own. I don't know what's going to happen here. Sometimes when those pups pop, they kill the healers. And since I had already used her ability, but so sent the giants in there. Wiz on the outside there did have kind of a Wally fail, but enough that the Valks just had to kind of take one swing at it, and then they walked right in. And I bring Valkyries in my CC. Sometimes people fill that extra spot with a bowler, which is nice, or other times I'll get a giant, or the majority of the time I end up with a wizard and a couple archers. So surprisingly, the queen was still going. I pretty much had totally forgot about her. She started going up to the left. That wasn't the way I wanted her to go, so I just basically ignored her completely. But I was lucky because she had the Expo targeting her instead of that one bowler that is hitting it, or the Valkyries. That could have gone a little differently had that happen. So I will speed it up just ×2. I do remember this one too. I was worried about the time because I had these 2 elixir pumps down at the bottom, and I thought, oh no, I hope that they can make it back through there, especially having to get that wizard tower. But since my queen was still up, I really can't believe she made it through the whole raid, and the healers did. Was able to make it down there with enough time and get the 3-star. So I also picked up the 3 on that one. Let's show. This is Ionu's second account. And he is also doing a GHVH attack. So he chose to start up at the top. I is probably one of our better players and is really good at it too with this attack of knowing kind of the best place on a base to start. I was having some luck with it, and then it just really fizzled out, and I haven't really been using it much anymore because I just can't seem to pull the 3-star with it. So just a little bit off on that rage right there. The bowlers did end up making use of it once they broke through there and went and got the queen down to about half damage, and then the queen finished her off. And then he starts sending in his hogs. Was able for the giants to get some of the value from that heal spell as well. Queen just went down, but he still has one heal spell left and a couple hogs, so he should be able to have the hogs actually on cleanup, which doesn't always happen with this attack. Sometimes you're taking so few hogs, and even with 2 heal spells, that they just don't make it all the way through the base. The skeletons are on them now, but he's just got that one mortar left. We will speed this up. He was able, the king and the bowler and the one giant who's just kind of following along, was able to get at the stuff at the top, while the hogs and those other giants and a wizard took care of the stuff at the bottom. So he got the 3-star. So nice job to him. And there's his other account, also getting a 3-star 6-pack. We will show Vader, and Vader's been trying some kind of different attacks lately, just a little change of pace. So he brought the baby drag there because there's nothing else that could hit it. Did end up grabbing a couple air bombs, but was able to get the CC out and taking care of some of those higher hit point buildings, still with nothing hitting it, while the queen took out the CC no problem. Did have to use the rage on her with the healers, but the baby drag was able to make sure that the queen went in the direction that he wanted. And he brings a golem there. I think he must have had a Wally fail and I missed it, so his Valks actually decided to take a walk. Oh, I do remember this attack now. He ended up going around the base quite a bit with his Valkyries. Totally didn't go as planned, but they did break through the one wall there because the queen kind of dragged them in. He went ahead and used another rage on his queen because she's kind of doing more work at this point than the Valkyries are, because once they start going around the outside, it's hard to keep track of them. And he's got the golems doing some tanking there for the queen, because one of the expos is on a golem, and then the other expo is on the group of Valkyries. So the queen's getting hit by that Tesla, but with the healers on her, doesn't really do much. And then the Valkyries make it into that other expo before they're kind of taken out. But then the expo switched to the king. And so now the queen was able to step up and finish that off the rest of the way. We will speed this up just a bit. So he did lose all of his Valkyries, which generally is what happens when you go all around the base like that. But with keeping his queen alive, he was able to manage to salvage it and to get a 3-star. So nice job to Vader. All right, we are going to go down a bit until we find some Town Hall 8s. Okay, so let's see what Oblivion was up to. This would have been his fresh hit on number 18. And he was doing basically a go-ho, but he brought 3 of his own Valkyries. I can't remember right now what he took in the CC. So he went ahead and pulled the CC out and then sent the golem in with the wizards behind it to take care of that dragon and the loon. And to try to create somewhat of a funnel. I was having a hard time on that bottom corner there because the archers are taken out as wizards, but was finally able to create a funnel so that way the Valkyries wouldn't stray. And he did bring some in his CC too. So we ended up with, what would that be, 6 of them. And then did a 2-finger drop with the hogs, even though they kind of were right near each other. That was a nice heal spell, able to get the Valkyries and his big old pack of hogs with it. Sets off some more bombs, but just a couple hogs were there. The majority of his hogs are still alive. And the golem working its way through there is doing quite a bit of tanking for him with the 2 archers and the cannon all on that. And so very nice last heal spell placement, and then now it's just kind of getting the cleanup, dropping the rest of his troops around. So we will just speed up through this. So good job to Oblivion. And we'll go right down one more. And Champ, same thing. This was Champ's first attack, kind of the same deal. Govaho. Pretty sure Champ usually takes... Champ a lot of time takes hogs in a CC, so we'll see. I can't remember if he takes hogs or Valkyries in this one. I know he asks for hogs a lot. So he did the same thing, send a hog in there to pull out the CC, drops the golems in there, and then he's going to come with the wizards behind it. Little late on the poison. You want to drop that poison right as they're coming, so as they're working their way to the troops, they already start slowing down. Don't wait for them to get where they're attacking before you drop the poison. Just barely made it there with those wallies opening that up. That mortar about got him. And then his Valkyries, there wasn't enough of a funnel, so he had a couple go down the side with the king and a couple go down the other side. So he went ahead and basically just did kind of like a spam hog drop there all on one side. It was a nice heal there, able to grab where they were and where they're going, and then went ahead and healed his other group of hogs. You have to be careful with that sometimes. Sometimes if you see a couple hogs stray, you really kind of just got to let them be. That kind of shows you right there, because then he had to heal his other hogs, but the defenses were mostly down. But it's just something, you see the hogs go, you see them dying, and you want to heal them, and sometimes you got to sacrifice them and just let them go. So we will speed this up. It's just the rest. He did have his king made it all the way around the base, and so did those Valkyries with the king. And then the hogs that were left able there to get in the center to take out the town hall and the clan castle. Alright, so I am going to scroll down. Let's see what we got and try to find you one more here. Oblivion did another one. Vic. These are dragon attacks. And Bilbo. Let's show... I know Bilbo doesn't use... I don't know how... This was a really easy base, though. Too easy, too easy. She's a Town Hall 7 attacking that. That's just a straight go over. Alright, well, you're going to get lucky, and I'm going to show you a dragon attack, which I don't do very often, because we like to try to get our Town Hall 8s to stop using dragons, but... Hopefully it was a good one by Vic. So Vic doesn't... I need to talk to him now that he has his Dark Spell Factory built to start taking 2 lightning and a quake instead of, because then he can grab a rage spell and that will just help him along. So there was a nice job on the funnel there, and then slowly kind of trickling the dragons in. And so what I mean is, if he would have done that right now, he could have dropped the rage on these dragons and they would have just pushed through the base so much faster. He still had a couple left there that he waited till the end to get to. But those air defenses are just really making some work of it. But he's got the loons kind of still up. Able to take out the blower because that was giving them a little trouble. And then these last dragons just were to step up and take out that last air defense because it was getting close to where he wasn't going to have any dragons left. So since dragons are slow, I am going to speed this up. I'm even going to go ×4 just because there's not a whole lot to see once you get to that point. When you have this many dragons left and once you get the air defenses all down, it's kind of just waiting for them to go around and do their thing. Hopefully not have builder huts in the corner and have them have to fly all the way across the base like they did, because that can kill you time-wise. And see, he didn't even use his poisons. So still nice 3-star Vic. So that is it for that one. I don't want to make this too long. Hopefully try to keep going with some more videos for you guys, because I know it has been a while. But that is all for now, so thank you.